Do you miss playing Dungeons & Dragons, or just have a hard time finding a group in your hometown? Maybe you just wish you could play more. On Discord, we created a community of over 100 people who are playing D&D around the clock. By integrating Discord and D&D Beyond, we're able to provide an immersive experience that is the first of its kind. You can create a character from 1st to 15th level, and then roleplay 24/7 in our Discord channels while combating monsters, crafting weapons, training new skills, and searching for items across our campaign world. You'll also have the chance to participate in random combat encounters and go on monthly virtual quests. Ever wanted to try your hand at being a Dungeon Master? Or maybe you're an experienced Dungeon Master and just want the chance to run more adventures. As a community DM, you can run encounters and virtual quests for the community based on monthly modules written by our very own accomplished plot team. Join us.
Join us.
Check it out.
Join the Discord.
Join us.
Join us.
And let's create incredible stories together. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of season 5 of Into the Mist. It is our Curse of Strahd campaign. They are getting into the belly of the beast this episode. I cannot wait to dig in. But first, let us go through some announcements. We got a few of them, so just bear with me. First of all, of course, as usual, we want to thank Dungeons & Dragons for this awesome game that they have created so many years ago that we know and love and still play to this day. We have 3 channel sponsors now, and that is just sponsors across the whole channel. So all of the content that we have, these sponsors will be featured on those. The first, of course, is World Anvil. World Anvil has an incredible service online where you can, it's basically like a wiki system where you can create articles and interactive maps, and we have started to integrate all of Barovia and our Into the Mist world into World Anvil. We will be releasing it soon, as well as character bios and articles specifically surrounding kind of the campaign and the narrative. And if you become a patron, you can actually get access as a co-author on our World Anvil world for free, included in the Patreon patronage, in your Patreon tier, in your Patreon cost. And what that means is you can actually create articles as either a community DM or as a player that basically like add to the official canon lore of the world that we have created of Barovia. It's super cool. It's super awesome. It's a great way to kind of capture all of that fun stuff you're doing on the server. So check out worldanvil.com. They are awesome. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. Forge Gaming is our second channel sponsor. They create amazing dice and tabletop accessories. They made these awesome dice for me at D3 at Sea that sound amazing. We have actually released Into the Mist dice. I don't have them yet. I am getting them this week, but so you'll see them in a number of episodes when I actually get them, because timey-wimey production. But check them out. You can go to forgedgaming.com/intothemist, and we have a specific Into the Mist set, which have skulls and bones and so on and so forth on them, which are awesome. And they come in a custom Into the Mist leather case thing. It's very cool. So anyways, go to forgegaming.com/into the mist and you'll see and be able to get our first ever official Into the Mist dice, which we're very excited about. And of course, third, Sirenscape. Sirenscape is an awesome tool for adding sound to your tabletop RPG experiences. We use it every single session. I use it for everything I do, and my table is not complete without Sirenscape added. Right now, you are hearing music that Joel created that actually we've put into Sirenscape so that we can use it throughout the episode, which thank you for that. Our series sponsor is Beetle and Grimm. Beetle and Grimm create amazing boxed editions for your D&D 5e campaigns. All of your favorites. We are using tons of stuff. None of it which I have here, except for these. These are the tarot cards, actually, that come. They're super wide, super large, silver gilded.
Taroka, Jay.
Taroka deck. What did I say?
Tarot.
Oh, Taroka.
Ship.
Sorry.
Ship.
Sorry, whatever. Sorry, Matt. But anyways, yes, it's awesome and it's great. And we are using all the maps for Castle Ravenloft, which is like 30 some odd maps. And we've been using them throughout the last couple episodes as the party is in Barovia, Castle Ravenloft specifically. So thank you, Beetle and Grimm, beetleandgrimm.com. And then finally, we have, for the first time, an episode sponsor. Our episode sponsor for this episode is Stat Trackers. Stat Trackers creates really awesome like paper products for your game. They've just released a bunch. This is their Friends and Foes set, and there's 250 original illustrated monsters and NPCs for your 5th edition game. There's a ton of them in this box. This is the full set here, and then they also sell them in their kind of like starter pack. So the full set includes all these, but these are little cards like this one, which I'm going to cover because it's going to appear. But little card here, you put it over your screen like that. You'll see how it works a little later in the session. Yes, and they're awesome. Check them out. Really great people, James and all the good folks over at Stat Trackers. We want to do something with them for a long time, so thank you so much for your sponsorship. They will be a sponsor for the next number of episodes, maybe like 4. And then also, they just released these shrooms. Basically, it's a little pack of little stone mushrooms that are treasure for your party, and they have different potion effects. That if you eat the mushrooms, then you get potion effects. Anyways.
Cute.
So they're not consumable.
They're not
in
actually
real
consumable.
life.
They're made of stone. Like different, yeah. So they're really super cool. You can check them out. Stattrackers.com. We are actually. For everyone who is watching, if you enter RealmSmith into the site, you get 10% off the entire site. And this episode, and for the next 3 episodes, we are doing a giveaway of a Friends and Foe Collection 1 box. So that is the whole box. Lots of value in that. And then a DM screen that they have. They have these really cool DM screens signed by artist Mike Fye. Which is very exciting too. So get the DM screen or whatever, and all you have to do is enter Stat Tracker into the chat. Stat Tracker, all one word, and you will be entered to win. If you're interested in checking out our Discord, we have a live RPG server where people are role-playing 24/7 in Barovia, and what they do actually affects our stream, and what happens on our stream actually affects the world around it. And we have now launched, this is the first day that you'll hear about it, the War for Barovia. We've known the war is coming, and as the party is in the castle, there is a war brewing out and about in the world of Strahd. If you can pop that map, Ryan, real quick. Basically, the way it works is there are areas that the party and the Discord have sort of defended and captured and control and gained allies in. And so you can see all of New Berez in and around Argynvost, and you can see all of the little areas where the party has gone and made friends. The way to and the rest of the red is Strahd, and so the rest of the red is evil, and the way that Strahd controls the rest of the world. The way that you help the party expand and help Barovia win is modules that are released in the Discord and run. So quests that are run by our community DMs will actually affect how the war goes in the coming months. And so if you play a lot of modules and you do really well, then you can expand the area of influence that the party and the people from the Discord have.
So flip it from red to blue.
From red to full color. Yeah. And so basically it's almost like a war sim, but within it, and it's super cool. There are information gathering missions and resource gathering missions and defensive missions and control missions. So check that out. And then of course the quests that are run by the SMITHGARDIANS and the cast, myself, are actually also run towards that as well. And so we're building up to this huge narrative of the war for Barovia that's coming out. Just released some new shirts. You can check out the merch. Links below. We just released I went to the Ember Temple and all I got was this Dark Gift shirt, which we just released, as well as Noggins shirt and merch as well. If you like what you see tonight, what's that? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to thank the SMITHGARDIANS because for some reason that went to the end. Not cool. Notes. SMITHGARDIANS.
How dare you?
I know. Thank you so much for all you do. All of this work that I'm talking about for the Patreon, they write all of these modules with help from the community plot team. They manage the community, and we couldn't do what we do without them. So thank you. And of course, the Realm Watchers, which keep our community safe. If you like what you see tonight, consider subscribing and sharing and commenting. Without further ado, let us venture into the mists. Welcome back. All right. Quickly, I forgot to mention that we are filming in the Six Sides of Gaming Studios in Cambridge, Ontario. Very, very excited to be here. And of course, one of our sponsors for this series is Linvander Studios, which created Legacy of Mana, which the rules that govern Tom's character, Loholt close.
This is fun.
Exists in that book, and it's a great 5th edition content guide, world guide to the land of Amaria. And so you can check that out at linvanderstudios.com.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Oh, we have a full house today because for the first time in a long time, we have Brandon Perkins back in studio.
He moved to the right side of Toronto.
Yes, he did. He moved to the right side.
And to the right side of the table.
Yes. And
Wow, you've been replaced.
now,
Sorry, cousin.
Sterling and Roan. You all entered Castle Ravenloft, as you remember. You were with the party when that happened. And you traversed a room and kind of searched a little bit. Everyone went down some stairs, and then you met an individual called Cyrus. Cyrus, he didn't give a last name, but he was a mongrel folk, much like the characters or the creatures at the Abbey, where you met the abbot. And after a little bit of conversation between you and the party and him, he offered to help take everyone to the catacombs. That is where Aster suggested that you all go. He seemed to also recognize Aster, as if he had seen her before, and knew her actually quite well, and actually said, "Welcome back, I didn't expect you back so soon." He led you all, and of course you two were ahead in the party, because that's what happens when you don't show up for stream. And just kidding.
Whoa!
Ouch! Just kidding. Ouch! Just kidding. Just kidding. So kidding. And as you kind of turned a corner, Falfer stopped the rest of the party, actually did, to have a discussion with them as the two of you went forward. And then all of a sudden, you hear a clanging sound and two portcullises. So Cyrus walks past, and down this corridor, two portcullises shut immediately, and you hear this unraveling of chain. And it basically shuts off a 10 by 10 foot area inside you. Cyrus kind of turns back around and he waves like this, and it starts to lift incredibly quickly, almost like an elevator. I'd like you to roll initiative, please.
Ooh.
Misty step.
We will see.
Yeah.
It's a lot of low rolls over there.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right. You each get one turn to do something. What is your initiative?
9.
What is your initiative?
11.
Okay. With an 11, it begins to shoot up, and as it shoots up, on either side of the portcullises, you see stone whizzing by. As you start to be lifted up into the air. Obviously changing levels now within this castle and heading upward. Actually, before that happens, the chamber begins to fill with a gaseous substance. It may have been the wolf steaks. Sorry. I would like you both to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
The anticipation of the roll. 15.
Beats it.
11.
Okay. Sterling, you start to inhale this gas, and things start to go a little hazy, but you manage to quickly exhale, and hold your breath as you don't have to breathe, right? So it starts to kind of go in. You can tell there's a magical substance, because clearly not having to breathe, typically things that go into your lungs don't affect you, but you start to feel sort of a little woozy.
Okay.
As you start to kind of like teeter, but then you manage to set yourself and you're okay.
Can I use magical guidance? When you make an ability check that fails, you can spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll the d20 and must use the new roll, potentially turning a failure into a success.
Saving throw an ability check? I don't think it is.
You must when you
Does it say ability
when you
check?
make an ability check that fails, well, it's a con save. So I suppose
I don't think it's an ability check.
that's fine then.
It's a cool power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think saves are an ability check. I think that's specifically an ability
Saves
check.
wrong. That's
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
Good luck.
So, and as you kind of right yourself, and the gas kind of fills the chamber, you see as Roan, you hear kind of Roan slump over and down the wall, and as it starts to clear, and it happens quite quickly, you see Roan is out, unconscious.
and you're all alone.
well done.
Sorry.
You are now unconscious.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'll grab Ron's shoulder and kind of like grab his jaw and shake his face a little bit, seeing if I can.
Okay, you're trying to wake him?
Yeah.
Okay. You taking your action to wake him, I'm assuming?
Yes. There's nothing around for me to hit with a sword, so except
Okay.
Ron.
Well, that might work too. This is your chance.
When it's Ron.
All right. So you slap him and you come awake.
Okay.
And so you manage to like wake him.
Yeah.
He comes out of his slumber, and all of a sudden, the chamber that you're in comes to an immediate stop. There is portcullis again, still shut on either side. Stone immediately on the other side of that portcullis, and it is a otherwise stone chamber.
So I come awake.
Yeah.
Sterling, hold your breath.
Okay. And we've stopped.
It appears that we've been separated from our companions.
Yes. If this is held by chains, perhaps there's a way to break those chains.
And plummet all the way down? Surely there must be some sort of mechanism to cause it to descend as well.
Perhaps.
Can I investigate the area around me, or
Yeah.
take a look around, see
Yeah,
if there's
give me
some method
investigation.
of, go down, elevator music?
You're looking for some way to affect the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of check do you want?
Well, so if you're investigating for levers or traps or buttons or something,
Yeah,
then
anything that
investigation,
will- yeah.
perception will kind of give you an idea of the area, of anything that might be happening in the area.
Can I help with that?
Sure.
Add +6.
Oh. This is investigation.
So that's 26.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking perception.
Perception or investigation?
Which one are you doing?
Well,
If you're looking for physical, actual, like physical.
well, I'll do perception.
Taking your action to
since,
do it?
He thought it was perception. So perception to
Okay.
look around for anything that might.
26?
Yeah.
All right. You absolutely see what appears to be a light seam that is hidden in the ceiling of this chamber, almost like a door of sorts, like a trap door in the ceiling of it.
Look there. It appears that it might be a door. Perhaps if you can reach it and open it.
All right. This is 10 feet tall?
Yeah.
Okay, I should be able to reach that with my arm length then. So I push up against to see if it opens.
Yeah. So you hear a scraping sound, like a, and then as it disengages, and it kind of, and it opens downward.
Do you need a lift?
Please.
All right.
It's awkward.
All right. Yeah, so I'll use them to help lift me up.
Sure. So as you lift up, you come into a bit of a void. And it's like a 2-foot void in the ceiling. And you see just above this door is an identical wooden door, just like a trap door that is on hinges that looks like it lifts up.
There's a door above. A door right past this door. This trap door that we're in. Can I investigate that door, see if I notice anything funny about it?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
That would be 13. No, 12.
12. With 12, it just looks like a mundane door.
Nope. I thought that was a 7. It was a 2. It's a 7.
Still looks like a mundane door.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to open it.
Okay. All right. And as you push it up,
Nice sound effect.
what's that?
That's a good sound effect.
Yeah,
pretty good.
done.
Impressed.
You've done doors before.
We're going to do this because we're going to go back and forth. You know what? If we can just clear that a little bit.
What do you want me to
Because
put?
we're going to, ish.
There we go.
The problem is I'm going to need another one that's this size.
That's fine.
On this side.
We'll just as we go. Do you have their menus?
Talk amongst yourselves, please.
So, how's your weekend?
Not bad. How are you?
Good. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, really nice.
Just just
Delightful weekend.
dealing with some mucky water and some dusty velvet things that I think you tore down and someone did that.
I didn't tear any dusty velvet thing.
How's it going over there in Cyberland, everyone?
I'm just trying to figure out your Canada problems right now.
Canada has many.
So are we.
We have a lot.
Also, the studio looks great. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Like the space looks different when we signed on the call.
Oh, thank you.
Lynn Vander Studios.
Lynn
Yeah.
Vander.
To squeak the wheels, getting the grease.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
Definitely called this one off.
I heard that.
Told you we'd take care of you.
Yeah.
Right, owner of Six Sides of Gaming.
And he's just a great guy.
Super humble.
That's enough.
I cast silence. Ryan,
Do you have that spell?
Your class
Saving.
do
Hey, studio, can you flip the switch?
It's map 6, right?
Power gone.
I can't find the other map. Hang on.
This is 6B.
Yeah.
With 6 do you need? This is map 6 in total.
It's got a stinky goblin on it.
Stinky.
Stinky goblin.
I think my favorite comment from last game was
Could it be
Mega
the
going,
other side?
what in the temporal
Is it the other side? No.
It's double-sided.
No, I don't think it wouldn't be because you have to put them side by side.
Oh, that makes more sense.
See, this is what happens when
You walk across the other side of the earth.
That's on the floor. You fell out way quicker.
Organized chaos.
Yes. So over under on
What is on the other side? Sorry, what is on the other side? What number map is on the other side?
it says 5.
5B.
Turns out we're going to have a really good buddy cop show.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yep.
Hey, the dream team.
Which one of you is the
You
good
hit.
cop?
There we go. I shoot
Found
hard.
it?
Yeah.
Neither one of us. That's the trick.
Your
This is like actual D&D, trying to figure out what the maps are.
sitcom
Yes.
name would be Shady and the Robot.
Shady hit the bot.
Shady and the robot.
Shady in the bot. That's good. Shady in the bot. Boom, boom.
What's our ditty? What's our...
Oh, well, let's see.
Okay.
I expect gold.
Here's the minis here, Jay.
Yeah, no pressure.
Oh, for your
minis?
minis? Yeah, just leave them on.
Okay.
Oh, that's where you are.
This
Here
is
we are.
You are in the chamber still below.
Born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe.
All right.
Okay, so as I lift up, this is what I see.
Yeah. What you see is, let me just make sure that this is the place where you are. This is what happens when you split the party in Barovia. I mean, technically I did that, but
Yeah.
You did.
it's kind of my fault.
Yep.
Let's be honest.
Yep. Let's be honest.
Yeah, look what you've done to us.
Yourself, you do.
And that's what really hurts.
No worries.
Okay. You come to a dark landing, 10 feet wide and 20 feet long.
Okay.
A cold draft of wind rushes down the spiral staircase at the north end of the east wall and whistles mournfully through the room before streaming down the stairs to the south. So obviously that's the room. There's 2 sets of stairs that lead out.
Okay, and do I see a door right in front of me that leads to these?
An ornate square rug covers the floor to the south, which you can see. Set into the west wall is an iron-bound wooden door with a wooden trapdoor set into the floor, which you came out of just now. Hanging on the north wall above the trapdoor is a framed portrait of a handsome, well-dressed man with a serene yet penetrating gaze.
So I'm going to look down and say, it appears we're in the main castle, or something thereabouts. I see rooms and an ornate rug ahead of me. Did you see any kind of lever down below that perhaps we missed? Because otherwise we're going through here.
Do I see any lever or anything?
Investigation check. I'd say with the 26, you were pretty sure it was, like both of you are sure that it's not.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
And then I'm going to offer my hand and then just sort of like, please don't pull me through the hole. I'm not very strong.
Oh yeah.
His arm comes off.
Seeing the hand offered to me and kind of gauging the frame of my good friend here, I decide to jump up and grab the sides and pull myself up.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So.
All right.
Can we add him to the...
I am here.
Perhaps we should scout out our areas before heading down any staircase into the unknown.
Would you like to check this door then?
Yeah, could I do a perception check on the doors I see?
Yes, you sure can.
That door? Or an investigation, whatever. I'm just looking for traps of any kind.
Okay.
That would be a 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hang on one sec.
So how do
You hear what sounds like thunder, kind of, and it echoes kind of through the wall as if you imagine there is a window on the other side of the door in the room that you're listening at.
Okay.
Like it's louder. So you kind of hear it in this chamber, but you also hear it beyond.
I don't hear anything but the sound of thunder beyond. Perhaps we should take a look. I'm going to open the door.
Okay. As thunder shakes the tower, heavy beams groan under the weight of the ceiling. 3 ornate lanterns hang by chains from these beams, each casting a dim glow. The curved west wall is fitted with 3 windows of leaded glass in steel latticework. A bookcase sits on the east wall between 2 doors. Plush, overstuffed chairs and couches are placed about the room. The fabric has faded with age, and the patterns it depicts are nearly gone. Lounging on one couch is a handsome young man whose attire, while elegant, is worn and faded.
So there's someone in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks up at you and he grins.
So as soon as our eyes meet, I'm just going to look at him and just be like, pardon me. And then I'm going to gently close the door again and look at Sterling. There's a man in there.
As you start to gently close the door, he's sitting and then immediately he's at the door as it shuts. We're going to leave you guys there
Oh my god.
and go back to the rest of the party.
Eyes are like watering dead.
The rest of you,
I won't metagame, but I feel my friends are in danger.
My spidey sense is tingling. Teleportation
because
circle
you've
now.
moved in that area, let's just move this.
Oh, good call, Jay. Good call.
Slide
That way.
and then we'll go back here.
We're over here.
Okay, I don't remember what the
that
marching order
I believe we were in that order, were we not?
was.
Aster and Noggins are in the front.
Yeah.
Noggins, Aster in the front.
I think I was like in the middle.
Loholt in the rear with the big base.
I was close to the front too.
Towards Dimitri.
Close to the front.
Okay. Sorry, Ezzy, where are you?
I think I was probably right there. I was somewhere in the middle.
Cool.
Close to the front.
Everyone. It's just a lot. We're walking it up.
And not everybody can be close to, quote unquote close to the front.
Yeah.
In character, literally the last episode ended with Aster and Noggins in front. That's
Yes.
all I care about.
Yeah, it did. And Aster turned to Noggins and said, Aster, do you remember what you said?
No
was really good.
Yeah, not word for word.
He just turns to Noggins and just kind of reaches back and grabs his arm and just says, yeah, whatever happens, just, I can't go back to him.
And you
Yeah, you'll
stand
see.
in front of this solid stone door. Aster, of course, you know what lies beyond this door.
Yeah, Noggins just kind of looks at her, and you'll see his eyes kind of narrow ever so slightly, not in a "what the hell you talking about" type of vibe, but just more of a "okay." But you can tell that he listened, but he doesn't give you a response, because a response means something final, and he doesn't know about it yet. So we'll see.
Okay.
And she'll kind of pull her hand away and then turn back to the door and just kind of like one deep breath, and I will open the door.
Okay.
I'll ready my 2 hand crossbows.
Okay.
The catacombs are beyond here.
So like
With silver tip
non-marinated face meat.
Sure.
Great. All right. Cool. This probably means undead things. So,
Forgive my memory. But
everybody ready?
did we short rest after that zombie fight?
No,
We did not.
Oh, no, we did not.
We didn't. Did we? No, we didn't.
No rest. Okay.
No, we did not.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
We have not had any time to do any type of
No, I agree. I just
Thank you,
have to
Ain't no
mark off
time
the
for that.
things that used. Done.
Okay.
I do believe, though, because I kept ritually, I kept it up ritually. I'm pretty sure I am concentrating on detect magic.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, to know that.
And I didn't find my stuff, correct?
Correct.
I just have that short sword that was handed to me.
And whatever components I'm going to say that your friends have that can lend you for casting spells. Because the
Cool.
comments reminded me.
And just a reminder, none of us took any electrum from the prison down below, correct?
I filled my pocket.
Oh, you did. I did.
Smart.
Okay.
Yeah, this party is very against treasure.
I know.
They're very anti-treasure. Have always been. Go ahead.
And just to say it out loud, just because some people seem to get it twisted, you can use components or you can use an arcane symbol or something to that
Sure.
effect, whatever it fits your fancy, unless that component has a monetary cost.
Yeah.
Calm down, gatekeepers.
Yeah.
We love you though.
I'm like, I'll fight over that.
But still comment for the algorithm, please.
You know what? Pick a fight. Pick a fight.
Yeah.
We'll meet you there. That's great.
But knowing that Ezmerelda doesn't have her stuff, he will kind of dig into one of the, cause he has this big old backpack thing on, which I really love that's in art. But he kind of gets moves to the side and kind of rummages through it. And he pulls out what seems to be like a small little stick, it looks like, but the end is slightly more slender. And he will turn to Ezmerelda and he'll go, I don't know what you typically do for your spells and stuff, but this is a focus. I don't really use it myself because I have my he holds up his little scythe. Yeah, this is like that. It's exactly. It's kind of fluffy at the end. The hairs are
Interesting.
Yeah, it's nice. The hairs are actually like displacer beast hairs.
I can feel the magic.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Beyond here is the catacombs.
I don't know if it's gonna work. It might have like a fade effect, but it's really fine.
We're about to find out.
So there's a door there, right?
Yeah.
Beyond this door is the catacombs, you said.
Yes.
When last you were here, what forces patrolled this place?
Well, when first we entered, there was actually nothing. It was when we entered the tomb of Strahd's brother that Strahd himself met us there.
And that's the tomb that we're looking for.
Very well then.
So are we doing this or what? Are we gonna go through this door or?
I mean, I'm ready now. I kind of like this thing.
You can keep it. I don't need it.
Thanks.
Who leads the charge?
Not me. I'm from back here.
Okay,
We're walking.
listen,
Yeah,
a lot of people wanted to be up front, and I'm not there, so not me.
I would think we start to walk. I mean, I'll just make sure that Aster's prepared, but then I'll start to walk when she starts to walk.
I will step into the catacombs.
Okay. And you are opening the door, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Ryan, I believe we have a video from our James RPG art. As I do this description, buried deep beneath the keep of Ravenloft lie ancient catacombs, with arched ceilings supported by wide, hollow columns that double as crypts. Cobwebs hang limp in the musty air. A thick fog clings to the floor, which is covered in putrid waste. The black ceiling is moving.
Nice.
You all stand here. You see this. As mentioned, these are 10-foot pillars that have stone crypt doors. And you can see even at this one and this one, or sorry, this one over here, that there is an inscription on it.
How tall is this room?
This room is roughly 20 feet high. See
Okay.
this? And you watch as the ceilings undulate currently.
That's a good word.
Undulate, you say?
Excellent.
I'm gonna name my daughter Undulate.
Notice the ceilings. They are undulating.
Sorry, what's undulating?
So is my stomach right now.
It's like moving,
that's
like
very gross.
weirdly, like wavy undulations.
That sounds weird. Sounds fake. You made that word up.
I did not.
They did.
Someone else did.
Yeah, someone named Foul-Per.
Why are the walls moving?
No, it's the ceiling, not the walls. It's the ceiling that is undulating.
Is it technically a ceiling, a wall that's just on top?
Yes, it's a top wall. Why is the top wall moving?
Let's discuss architecture at another point in time.
As we step in, one, I want to take a general scan of the area, and two, does my detect magic ping anything around?
Perception check.
Perception.
Did they move into the room?
I don't know. Do you guys move into the room?
I was thinking we were like
stepped in.
Scooby-Dooing.
Yeah,
Or
we
did we
started
step
it.
in? Okay.
But I'm gonna once we get in, do a general scan before we start walking and fall into a watery vortex like before.
Yeah.
I have been very trap prone this season.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you have.
I am not casting guidance on myself because that's concentration. That's bad. That's okay. 16.
Okay. With a 16, you notice that the air is quite dead in here. So there's no air movement. Obviously, quite subterranean. I say subterranean, but it's part of this mesa that exists, obviously. The Pillar of the Gods, I believe they call it. Or Pillar of Barovia. But it's obviously deep underground. The ceiling, the undulation as you look and you focus, and being one of nature, is bats. Thousands of bats that are kind of like crawling over each other that cover the entirety of the ceiling.
So is the floor covered in bat guano?
That give me a nature check. You don't even need to. The smell in here and the feeling, it's absolutely guano. It's just putrid bat waste, and there is
Like we made
fog
okay.
that kind of moves around. Speaking of you guys being okay, no, we don't go back there yet.
Okay. Jay, can I disguise myself?
As what?
I would like to disguise myself
Be a bat.
as Batman.
Batman.
No. As Strahd.
Okay.
Holy.
A small straw.
Look at me. No,
Strahd.
I can cast disguise self, and it makes me 1 foot taller than I am.
So a 4 foot.
4 foot 3 inch Strahd.
Okay. So you, Loholt,
I am the
in
agent.
front. Everybody
I am
else is
the
looking into the catacombs. Loholt in front of you. You see him kind of like, aha, and then like move his thing around. Give me a. You're using disguise self. Is that a spell?
Yes, a spell.
Okay. All right. Can you just read the spell real quick, just so we all?
Sure, you make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends or until you use your action to dismiss it. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller than and can appear thin, fat, or in between. You can't change your body type, so you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you.
Stumpy Strahd.
Yes.
With horns.
Yes. So you have not seen Strahd before, but you see.
I have not.
No. But you see this individual with a long, kind of flowing cloak. You have seen Strahd before.
Yeah.
So what is this? You tell me.
So
what Strahd
he's
looks like.
holding a glass of red wine in one hand and like twirling it, sniffing it.
So this is a bit of a disturbance for me because I think that this vampire person could be deceptive, and I don't know whether I would trust Felfer or not. So immediately,
Sure.
So I nudge you.
yes,
I go, pretty good, huh?
you need to perhaps let your friends know you're going to do things like this before you do them, Felfer.
It's fine. It's just a disguise. Don't worry about it.
I push
He
Strahd
does
aside.
this a lot.
I walk up to Ezmerelda. You are a spellcaster.
Me? Yes, correct.
So I will tip my sword back, and you will see a half-broken timepiece, and a little bit of sand comes out, and it glows into my hand. And I will twist my hand and blow it toward you, and you will feel yourself shift in and out of time just briefly, and I give you an inspiration. It lasts for 10 minutes. You can use it for any of their usual bardic rolls, or you may use it for Call to Aptitude, which is an ability I'll read to you. Another creature has been given your inspiration. You may spend the die to speed up your spell casting by 1 category. I don't know what you have for spell casting, so I'm just giving this to you to excise it, but a minute or ritual spell becomes an action. An action can be spent as a bonus action, and bonus action spells can be spent at reaction speed. So that means Misty Step could go at a reaction speed if you need to. Anyway, I just give you that power and say it's a little gift from my home. Spellcasters find it fairly useful when the time is right. I look back at
And
Strahd.
as Ezmerelda sees this like wafting through the air, she's like in awe of it. She kind of breathes in and then sneezes. That is amazing. Thank you so much. I don't know who you are, but thank you. This I was like, this guy's all right. And also, Felfer, like, if you didn't tell us it's going to be happy hour, we're dressed for the occasion.
Right? I mean, we're here. As well, when in Romania? Anyways.
Rona's gone. You must find him.
Yes, of course.
I have a feeling he's no kidding. So,
Please don't.
no,
That's
I
my
back-
trick.
I back up.
Aster,
Yes.
you know the way to Sergei's tomb, you said?
Yes, it's actually not far from here at all.
I wonder if we should just go straight there.
Funny you should say so. That's why I changed into these forms.
Lead the way
Are
then.
these bats going to be a problem?
Pretty good.
I mean, bats typically don't really care unless you like get into their territory, and we're kind of in their territory, so I don't really know.
It's just don't poke the ceiling.
Noted. No poking the ceiling.
You hear that, Falfer? I mean, Stratford. I mean, Steedford.
Steeper.
I do. Thank you for the reminder.
All right. What do you all do?
All right. I don't know. I feel good really now. I feel really good. Let's,
I'm gonna keep following Aster, just being her eyes.
I will kind of hang to the left, kind of just moving around that pillar that's right in front of us,
Okay.
kind of along that side wall.
How far up the side wall do you want to go?
I'll go probably about 20 feet and then just wait for everybody, make sure everyone's following.
I do want to note that I'm walking very stealthily and looking at what I'm stepping on as I'm walking and not touching the walls.
I'm assuming.
Meanwhile, you just hear like splash, splash, splash as Noggins is definitely stepping on stuff. He doesn't care.
Was that a stealth check, Ezmerelda?
I did want to walk stealthily, yes.
Okay.
I will maintain my position in the hall briefly, waiting and looking back down the hallway as I always do.
Okay.
And I'll stay within 20 feet of them, so.
Okay. All right. If you
I
want to give me a
dirty 20 on that
anybody who
stealth.
wants to do a stealth check can do a stealth check.
Cool.
Those of you that don't, well,
I did.
Aster, is Aster being stealthy?
Not particularly.
Then I don't think Noggins is. Noggins is just right next to her. So I don't think he's thinking about being stealthy. He's thinking about this.
Oh, that was being stealthy.
Yeah, I'm more being aware of like what I'm stepping on and like not touching stuff.
Fair.
So
I was.
I want to end up being whisked away back to that place we were just at.
I was gifted Boots of Elvenkind by the Discord, so that cancels out my disadvantage. You can keep that.
Nice.
Hey.
Hey,
Thanks, Discord, and it's a natural one, so
we have tempted fate and you've been punished.
but no, wait.
Justice kind.
This actually becomes a dirty 0.
Oh.
Hey.
So,
A true failure.
Can't remember. Sorry, I will call it out in a second. I remember.
The truest of failures.
it could be worse.
Really?
I could have a -2 and stuff. I used to. So,
It's so terrible.
little optimism for everyone.
silver
Is that you
lining.
sprinkling some optimism? Yeah.
What are the bats doing as they walk?
They're just moving every
Not-
once in a while. You
not
hear
saying that.
fluttering. but
Did you,
not-
like-
They don't seem bothered currently by your presence.
Did your like phasmic wings cause problems or something?
Those have been retracted by now.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I think I just clanked too clunkily.
Fair enough.
So you go forward?
Yeah.
As you get to the point that you are up ahead, Aster, you start to hear what sounds like metal scraping on stone. Like
I'll kind of hold up a hand real quick just to stop everybody.
and it sounds like it's getting closer as an individual turns the corner to face you. And this individual is a skeletal warrior that embodies combat prowess and exudes necrotic power as it stands in front of you. It wears glowing green plate armor and bears a great sword, which crawls with black tendrils of energy. Its ember-like red eyes evaluate you coldly, as if laying your weaknesses bare before its gaze. At this point, I will be using one of the stat tracker's creatures. It's called a Doom Knight. We're going to go back to Sterling and Roan for a moment.
I'm prepared for this.
And anybody think there's going to be 2
I
combats?
think my phone's over there. Ryan, you mind passing me my phone?
Would you?
I can't communicate with Ryan unless I have my phone. Thank you. Cool. All right. You all stand outside of that door, and you watched as an individual kind of got up and, as it, like basically like his eye. Dave, imagine that his eye was like his eyes were at the door as you closed it. Like his face was right at the doorway, almost instantly, as it closes. You kind of stop. What do you do?
There's a man on the other end. I suspect it's a vampire. He moved very quickly. Did I recognize him?
No. You've never seen him before.
Either way, we have 2 choices. We've been made. Does he attempt to open the door?
There is no movement yet.
Oh. We have 2 options. Either 1, we choose another direction and make for the stairs, or 2, we get rid of any witnesses.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a movement on the wall, and as you look back, it's just the painting that was there. This is what the painting looks like. Obviously a visage of Strahd in some red kind of plate armor.
That wasn't Strahd in the room, though, that we saw.
No. Just this paint. You just see this painting that's hanging on the end of the room that you're in, on the far wall.
Okay, so around
past the rug on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, back there. And you could have sworn it moved its head, and you look back and it's just normal.
I'm going to look at it and see if I notice it watching us. Like, Sterling, the painting.
This whole place. Let's see about dispatching this witness.
Very well. You go first. And I'm going to stand back.
Anybody else nervous AF?
Yeah.
I'm going to stand back, and I'm going to keep I'm going to keep my head on a swivel and continue to look at the painting. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. All right. Sterling, how do you proceed?
All right. I'll open the door forcefully.
Okay, so you're just gonna burst.
Does the door open in?
Yeah. So when you close it shut like this. He was closing it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna bam like that. Basically, if he's standing on the other side, I want to smack him in the nose.
Sure. Give me a attack, an unarmed strike, if you want. If you're gonna just bash it.
Okay.
Let's say we bash it.
Ooh, that's a natural 1.
Okay.
Workforce bounces
You're
off
like
the door.
Oh, I've got this. And you go to smash it, and unfortunately, the door is a little stronger than you imagine it is, and sturdier. And you smack it, and it doesn't move.
That's a very strong individual.
You hear a voice on the other side that says, "Come now, join me. I don't bite."
I don't believe him.
Perhaps just open the door. Let's not be hasty at this moment.
All right. So I'll just open the door normally now.
Okay. As you open the door normally, where before it was kind of a darkened room with just moonlight coming, faded moonlight coming in through the windows. Now the room is lit with candles. And again, you see this handsome, kind of thin individual sitting on this lush couch, waiting for you. And he lifts a glass and he points at 2 glasses, which are full beside him. He says, "Please, come, join me."
I'm going to lean into Sterling. Play the game for some time. We'll see what this is about. Perhaps we can get some information before doing what we need to do.
That isn't as fun as what I had in mind.
Thank you for your welcome. And I'll step inside confidently, walking towards the glasses.
Okay. All right. As you step in, he says, please have a seat. And you can see that there's a couch there. If you want to move your phone just quickly. There's a couch there that is kitty corner, and there's a single chair there. He is sitting on the couch.
This one here?
Behind the mini. Yeah, no, that one. Yeah, he is sitting lounging on there. He's got one kind of leg up. He is dressed, again, as you come in, you see that he's dressed in finery. Like the finest of finery, but it's faded, old. You even see like moth-eaten kind of holes in it. As you enter, where do you go?
So where are the glasses of wine here?
He has basically placed them kind of like on a table beside the couch beside him.
All right, so I'm gonna this area or like right in front of them?
Right in front, or like beside him on a side table.
All right, I'm gonna confidently move forward and pick up a glass.
Yeah.
Like lingering on him as I pick up, just sort of waiting to see if he makes a move.
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Yeah. So that would be a 17, I believe. Let's see. 16.
Okay. With a 16, You notice that he is incredibly handsome, but incredibly pale. And as he smiles at you and he nods, you see kind of a fang on one side. And he says, please, have a seat. You also notice that there is a door that leaves on the opposite end of the other door.
I'm going to walk past and I'm going to sit on this couch.
Okay.
Sterling, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take Roan's lead, and I'm gonna kind of nod to the obvious vampire. And as I reach for the glass, I'm gonna accidentally knock it on the floor.
Is it blood, by the way?
Performance check.
Okay, I can do none of that. So that's a 10.
He says, oh, well, that's all right.
Forgive me.
I imagine your kind doesn't need sustenance.
No.
That was some of my best. But it's all right. Please, have a seat.
All right. So I'll go and sit down next to Roan. I am so conflicted.
Little couch with like this big stirring.
So I'm sitting comfortably and all of a sudden...
Yeah.
Thank you for your welcome. It's a terrible tragedy. We were at the welcome of the master of the castle, exploring the premises, and just happened to lose our way. It's quite the facility.
This place is very confusing.
I'll lie.
Yeah. Okay. Me a deception check.
That is something I can do.
Okay, fail.
That is a 28.
Okay. With a 28, he says, your first time here.
Well, we've been here before, I'll tell the truth this time, but I've never explored the premises on the previous visit.
Yeah. And you imagine that he's probably in his mid-20s or so. Kind of early to mid-20s.
I did not see you last time I was here. What is your name?
Well, my name is Escher. It is very nice. Escher.
Escher?
Yes.
A fine name.
Well, thank you very much. Where are you from originally?
Originally, well, you see, we travel a fair amount, so it almost seems like, no place is home for me. But lately I've taken up placement in Barovia.
Well, yes. Everyone who comes here kind of takes a place. We're not allowed to leave, but I'm sure you know that. And you?
Why do you want to know about me?
Oh, you're magnificent, of course.
Thank you. You too.
He is magnificent, indeed he is, but he's not much of a talker.
Do you bleed?
Not blood.
I'm just fascinated by your physiology. I've never seen one of you, and I've seen many things over many years.
I do wonder if perhaps you could help us find our Erin.
So blood, it's not real blood? What is it exactly?
It is a synthetic substance composed of certain types of fuel and oils.
To keep you lubricated.
Yes, so to speak.
Keep you spry.
Yes.
But really, this has been magnificent, and but we really could use your help. Perhaps if you had some sort of map of the facility, a guide to the castle. We hate to take up your valuable time.
For what purpose have you come?
Oh, we're simply exploring the facilities. We were welcomed most kindly last time we were here by Strahd.
See, I appreciate the banter, but no one comes simply to explore Castle Ravenloft. Either you are forced to come here, or you are drawn to come here. There is nothing of an accident that happens here, and so I'd just like to understand what your purpose is. Please, be honest.
I see. Then let me be frank. So as I say that, the room is gonna...
Frank, and your name?
I'll think about Noggins. Steve.
Frank?
Mundane. Nice to meet you, Steve. Yes. Well, sorry. You were saying.
I would
And I know
say
you were to be honest. What is your name?
Roan.
Oh. The master has mentioned you.
Has he?
Yes.
Good things, I hope.
Well, I mean, notable things. I mean, as a member of the Dawnbringers, of course, you both are quite impressive, Sterling.
It appears that our conversation might be coming to an end shortly.
Well, I don't think it needs to be. I've been here for, I imagine it's been a month in here.
So as I'm saying that, the shadows are going to start creeping across the floor, sort of like plunging the room, like sort of creeping along the floor to like almost on every corner, as almost as though the room is sort of shrinking in the shadows slightly. As I say that, our chat's going to come to end soon.
Is that you?
Is that you?
Yeah.
Sometimes I really miss the child. It is. A month. Why have you been here a month?
Well, I don't mean to air my dirty laundry, but the master has grown complacent, I guess, and so I'm just biding my time until he gets over this mood he's in. He gets in these moods, and he's been lately quite agitated, and so I just keep to myself, and I've read every book in this bookcase many times over, and I tire of it, so having visitors is fantastic. And he kind of looks down at the creeping darkness and looks back at you.
Well, we're glad to keep you company for a short time, of course. Now, with the master being complacent and getting in these moods, we are familiar with these moods. It seems that he likes to have tantrums.
Yes. Tantrums. The kid looks around to make sure that nobody's listening, and even though you're the only three in the room.
I look around.
Yeah. And he says quietly, he says, yes, he's moody.
Yes, quite.
And you've right pissed him off.
Rightfully so.
And as his loyal servant, you wish to assist him with that?
Oh.
Shadows still creeping closer.
Sure. Closer to him?
Yeah, just the room's just slowly, it's creeping in, and they're flickering strangely.
Okay.
And it almost seems, in the shadows, it almost seems like the outline of dogs at times appear shifting in the shadows.
All right. And he continues to watch it, and like amused, as it were, and he says, yes, well, and he stops and he sits back and he takes a sip of his wine. You've caused quite a stir.
We intended to.
Where are the rest of you? Did Cyrus send you up here? He knows I go aboard, and sometimes he sends folks up here to
Play with?
keep me. No,
Snack
never mind.
on?
You are not a. You make assumptions wrong. If I wanted a snack, I would have had one already.
You'll find I'm not so easy to snack on.
I think perhaps you are. At that moment, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I was going to say to make a new character.
No.
Just skip to the end. You're going to need a new character now.
Just to be clear,
Yeah.
is this a charm?
Yes, it is.
It doesn't affect me whatsoever.
Okay.
I feel, and I smile.
Is it magic, or is it what is the ability that you have?
All effects on
What does it say?
mental effects. I'll show you.
He's flirting with you.
Ooh.
Well, come on. Don't let it be a missed opportunity.
Oh, no, it's not clicking. Hold
Still
on.
can turn it
Let me
on.
bring it up here.
I'm assuming there's mind like right.
Oh, performance anxiety here?
It's all good.
Okay. So, until the spell ends, which it won't, one willing creature you touch is I'm immune to psychic damage, any effect that would sense emotion or read thoughts, divination spells, and the charmed condition. It even foils wish spells or spells of effects of similar power used to affect the target's mind or gain information about the target.
Okay. Cool.
What feature?
It's my dark gift.
And as he looks at you, he smiles and he kind of tilts his head to the side.
Not so easy, is it?
I don't know. Is it, Sterling? I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
God.
As a reaction, I want him to make a wisdom saving.
Okay.
Okay.
What effect are you using?
This is my stone rune.
Yeah.
He's within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can use my reaction to force a creature to make a wisdom saving throw. If he fails, then he's charmed by me for 1 minute, has a speed of 0, and is incapacitated.
Oh wow. Okay. If somebody tries to charm you, this is what happens.
So as a reaction, I can do this.
He rolled a 24.
Okay, that's he succeeded.
Okay. All right. And what did you roll on your wisdom save?
Oh, my wisdom save.
Does he automatically fail, or do you have to also potentially be charmed? Like as a reaction, he can be charmed, but are you then both charmed by each other?
Oh, yeah, you're both charming.
Well, he succeeded, so he's not charmed.
Okay.
I rolled a this is wisdom, right?
Oh, please don't put me in this
This is
situation.
like Mugatu and his servant.
19.
Okay. With a 19, you shrug it off. And he smiles. He says, formidable.
It appears that negotiations have failed, and with that, I'm going to attack.
Okay. I'm going to leave you guys and go back here first. All right. The bunch of you stand as this creature stands tall, head cocked to the side. And you can see that it is, as mentioned, wreathed in these tendrils of dark, seemingly necrotic energy, green armor, pinprick red eyes through under a shaded, shadowed helm. And you watch as it breathes and heaves.
As this happens, I'm going to weave my way to the front and stand confidently and go, "This is a terrible idea. Stop immediately." Pretending to be Strahd.
Okay, so decide self, does it allow you, what does it allow you to do?
I'm just trying to persuade him to stop, really. But
It's just appearance. It's nothing else.
Exactly. It's just it's just a disguise. Yeah, I don't even have his voice. It's literally just I look like Strahd.
You don't even have the wine glass out.
That's true. Yeah, so I'm basically just a 4'3" Strahd. I'm hoping that me looking just like Strahd is going to have some impact on him.
Okay. Performance check.
Okay.
With disadvantage.
Okay. Let's do that one. Okay. That's probably the one that's going to end up being the one. No, sorry. That was the wrong roll. Let's just call it that's an 8 I rolled.
Okay.
Everybody does a collective.
He sees you, and he seems to be bothered as he
Can I tell he's bothered?
Yes.
I will slowly sneak back between the front two folks. I'm just behind.
Homer Simpson back.
Yeah, I just like
Over there. You don't get to upset him and then make me an ass to the.
Just kick him back.
and yet
No.
I do. And that's what I do.
Can I attempt to keep him there?
Go.
My hand behind his head and
Just no.
Okay. As you do, you start weaving back.
Yeah.
Loholt, you peer around the corner. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, because I can hear the kerfuffle, correct?
Oh yeah. Well, you peered this way. You could see the individual
Yeah.
in front of
I'm
you.
just going to the other side.
Peer the other way,
Perception
yeah.
check you're looking for?
Yeah.
9.
9. With a 9, you just see more hallways. It goes quite a ways. I don't know what your dark vision is like.
I don't have dark vision at all. I have a 30-foot amber glow off my.
Yeah. So you see that there is an endless, basically complex of these pillars and crypts.
Divine sense.
Okay. That is 60 feet.
Correct.
Within
All the way
60
down the hall.
feet, not behind too much stone or wood and so on, you notice one.
Okay, and I think my economy's probably up, but I will go to about here.
Okay. At this point, he lets out this like basically war cry in your direction as a wave of necrotic, fiery energy washes over the party that is there. I would like everybody to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Is it filtering through the hallway to me, or is it just straight down the?
It goes around corners, so it's like it does not reach you. Okay. You see it
Is
kind
this
of like
a magical effect, or is it just like a thing he's doing?
it's an ability.
And everybody can add +3 to your save.
Nice.
You're close to where I am.
What's the radius on that one?
32.
It is magical damage though. 32.
Is it 10 feet?
Or protection.
26 for me.
Yeah, Rob, my dex is an 11.
I believe it is 10.
Anybody under a 17.
10 feet, yeah.
me.
No.
Me.
No.
We got 18.
Okay.
Even with your
I got a 10.
All right. As this wave of necrotic fire energy rushes over you, anyone... Ouch. That was a lot of 6s. 3, actually, to be exact, which is, I guess, fitting for Barovia. Anybody who failed takes 40 points
Holy shiitake mushroom.
of necrotic damage.
Good thing I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
Who didn't fail takes 40?
Yes. Who did fail.
Fail.
Who did fail.
Okay.
Anybody who passed takes 20. And anybody who failed is knocked prone. Wow. That is Aster and Falfer. I'm going to say at this point, Falfer, you were kind of in the middle.
I didn't fail, just for...
Because you were passing back through. You didn't fail. You passed?
Yeah, I passed.
Point.
Paladin, dude.
Dimitri and Aster.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And at this point, I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah, so let's do damage and then roll initiative.
Oh my gosh. I'm switching dice.
That went down.
Oof.
Did I do
Switching
I got it?
dice. That's not
So I
good.
can scoop it? Oh, yeah.
23 for me.
Okay, one sec.
Gotcha.
Dang.
Yeah.
Boom.
Natural 20.
Hey-o.
For a total of
Just say, hold on, y'all. Damn. It's my favorite thing. It's like initiative. Everybody throws out numbers. Hold on. All you get ones now.
All right, here we go. I'm going to add Aster. And Aster, what'd you roll?
5.
Ooh, rip.
Loholt, what'd you roll?
16.
Dimitri?
19.
Falfer?
17.
Didn't you roll a natural 20?
Yeah.
He did. He gets a -1.
17? That was 17,
I love
Falfer?
that. So,
Falfer 17.
Ezzy?
23.
Hey-o.
Noggins?
dirty 20.
Okay. I put 16 as your name, Loholt. 16.
16 goes on 16. 16 goes on the hole.
Did you get Nora's?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many feet away is this creature?
It looks like it's 15 feet away from the closest porch body.
From Noggins.
Yeah.
From Noggins'
I'm like
face.
right behind Noggins. Okay.
Noggins, you're up. Dimitri. Oh, sorry. Esmeralda, you're up.
That's-
Noggins, you're on
that's-
deck.
I'm gonna like sneak like right onto the side of like just peep my head out from the side of Noggins, and like I look at this thing that he just gave me, this magic wand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, witch bolt.
Okay.
And I hurl a witch bolt at him.
Yep.
Nice. I love that it's a makeup brush.
That's the closest thing.
It's official now.
25 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, hold please. 1, 2. Well, I get
If it didn't
5
hit.
d12s.
I'd be going down this hallway.
Yeah.
Ooh! I rolled a 9, 10, and 11, and a 12. Hold on.
Wow.
Jesus.
It's amazing.
That's 42?
42,
No.
yeah.
40.
His turn to take 40, right?
42 points of lightning damage.
Yes.
Ooh, that's
He's wearing armor too, I think.
Okay. 40 points?
42.
Yeah, 42.
Nice.
Did you say you were then creeping around the corner here?
Behind Noggins here.
I
tilted
peeked
around.
my head like right behind Noggins.
There's no
side.
saving throw, correct?
No, that is a hit.
Yeah, got it.
That is a roll to hit.
Okay.
What spell?
Okay.
And it's a concentration.
Okay. Noggins, you're up. Dimitri on deck.
I'm just going to assume this thing looks scary.
Yeah. Oh, and you do watch that it's actually dragging a massive greatsword, and that was the sound of the screeching along the stone.
Hell no.
Absolutely not. I will see that and I'll go, yeah, don't like that. And as I see Ezmerelda, peek over, I'll just kind of move a little bit just so he can. And as she's doing that, you'll see me reaching into my bag and I'll pull out this very ornate flower and I'll touch the end of my scythe to the flower as I'm speaking in Sylvan. And I'll say, Spike, we need you. And Spike is going to appear right behind them.
Okay, Spike.
And I'm casting Summon Fae at 4th level.
I had a Spike mini that I was going to print, and I forgot. I will print Spike.
And it's been
I know.
seasons.
I know.
Where is Spike? Justice for Spike, okay?
Justice.
For those who don't know, Spike is a gremlin, essentially. He's like a bluish, tealish, putridly looking gremlin. Very mischievous. He had a small little sweatshirt. He's very much like Donnie from the Wild Thornberries.
Nice.
Against any type of thing, he gets. And he's going to be today. I think he's going to be. Let me check this out real quick. I think he's going to be fuming. He's going to be fuming. He's going to be quite angered.
This is a good Spike.
That is my action. He's going to go after me, but he's going to appear behind him. Actually, no, he appears next to me because he's going to do a thing that's going to.
Next to you, he can. Oh, yeah. He can go to your right, but then he can't see the creature. Like, he can go here or he can go here.
If he goes to your right, he can't.
Okay, just put him in front. Sorry, just put him in front of me. That's fine. He'll just appear right in front of me.
Okay.
Bonus action. Some of that residual magic will form and float down to Aster as I use my Balm of the Summer Court. Let's go ahead and use 3 of these because you got hurt, I think. So that's going to be 3d6. Oh, nice. That's going to be 15 points of healing to you, Aster, plus 3 points of temporary HP.
Bless.
Yep. Once that is done, Spike will use his bonus action, because it's weird that he gets bonus actions. He's going to wink at me and appear right behind, almost like on top of the Doom Knight thing.
Okay.
And
Cute.
because he does this, he's going to have advantage on his first attack.
Okay.
As he attacks him twice. Let's do this. That is an 18 on that die, making that, what's my spell? 28 to hit the first attack.
Jesus.
Okay, it's a hit.
Yep. Second attack is a 25 to hit.
Hit.
Great. This is going to be.
I don't know where my music went.
Dude. Hold on, what did this roll? 6 plus 6, 12 plus 8. 20 points of piercing damage, not magical,
Okay.
plus 6 points of force damage.
26.
That's for both attacks.
Got it.
That is him, and he's small, so I'm assuming he's like hanging on to this thing's like neck and just like stabbing him.
Okay. Okay, got it.
That goes, thanks, Mike. That's me.
Okay.
Thanks.
No movement? You're just going to stay where you're put?
How can I get see the map real quick?
Yep. Here.
Let me scoot back a little.
Like there?
No, I'll stay there because the beefy one is right now is Loholt and he's not there. And the other two are on the ground, so I would rather them not get that hurt.
Yeah.
Actually,
so-
I'll take a step forward. Because 2 people are prone right now, and I don't want them to get immediately targeted.
Yeah.
That's me.
Cool.
Okay. It does appear that your Spike notices that the mundane attacks still affect it. Like full.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Then can I get like free action go? And doesn't. I will say. Don't worry about magic. Just hit it.
Okay. All right. How many hit points do you have left, Dimitri? And Aster?
I have 89.
That's never a good question.
Yeah.
And
I'm back to 71.
I actually forgot more. There's supposed to be more damage done. Sorry, stat trackers. I missed the second half of the damage. I will not deal it. I will deal it next time if I do it again. All right.
Second half. Cool.
Okay, cool. Dimitri, you're up. Falfer, you're on deck.
Okay. I'll stand up
Action?
as
Half a movement.
well, half my movement.
Half movement. Right. Sorry.
And I'll go 3 spaces.
3?
Yeah, just to get that close. And just for now, I'm going to. I'm just gonna. And actually, I've never done this before. Like reach out my hand and use an Eldritch Blast.
Whoa! As you all watch this happen, which again has
Interesting.
never happened before. I like it. Okay.
Does an 11 hit?
No.
Okay. Well, it's
It bounces. This is the first time. It deflects off his armor and like hits the side of the wall.
okay. I think I have 2 beams. So
Yep.
is it 2
Yep, 2
individual?
attacks.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for not deflecting it into the bats.
Yeah. Not with a 15.
Okay. 23 to hit,
That is a hit.
and
You find a chink in his armor.
3 force damage.
3 force damage. Got it.
That's not bad.
As he kind of like
Iron Man.
knocks him back a touch. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Falfer, you're up. Loholt, you're on deck.
Okay, so Falfer looks at Dimitri and goes, "Try this next time," and pulls out his finger, and out of his finger comes this weird, acrid energy that heads towards this being. And he does, sorry, as my face is not working for Face ID anymore. So I'm going to cast,
Because you're mini Strahd.
because that's true, because I'm Strahd. I'm going to cast Finger of Death.
Jesus.
And that will require a 12 con save to succeed.
Dang.
12.
12.
This is gonna hurt.
What kind of damage does it do?
He rolled a natural 1. But
What kind of damage does it do?
as necrotic
Necrotic damage.
Okay.
Oh,
Here we go.
It hits him, and you can see him kind of take it, and he starts to kind of shake,
Yeah.
and then you feel
yeah.
You healed him?
Just super powered.
I just made him better.
yeah. Unfortunately, necrotic damage has no effect.
None at all. Okay, so it doesn't deal damage,
He's
but it
immune to-
give.
to-
Okay.
You didn't heal him.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, okay. Sorry, the main three. I take it back.
How many times can you use it?
You go back.
At will.
You step back even
will.
further. At will.
No limits.
I
Dark
think it's
gift.
once a day, isn't it? Yeah, but I think it's once a day. I think the actual gift. Read the gift in the
In the description of the gift.
Yeah, in the description of the gift. I think it tells
Let
you.
me just go find out. Description.
It's powerful.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Loholt, you're up.
Seeing the action and hearing the effects of what's happening over here and
Yeah.
knowing where this thing is.
What?
I was just gonna say, can I move back?
Yes, of course you can.
Seeing as he hasn't actually done anything.
Yes. Oh, that's
No,
not.
that's Noggins. Sorry, that's me. Boop, bop, boop. And I'm just gonna use that much.
Okay.
want to stay with
Seeing Ezmerelda down and
No, Aster.
Aster, sorry, down. Lightning speed, I'll be tapping my blade off of each wall like a hockey of goalie posts,
Okay.
trying to get my bearings. I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right up to it, bursting through past Dimitri and Noggins.
Yeah.
Amber blade lighting the way, and I will come crashing down with the blade, trying to vanquish this beast. How do you, would this spike count as an advantage roll, or how do you do flanking in this? Do you care? Just straight up roll and
Yeah.
eat it? I like that. Oh,
At will, no limit. The other ones have.
I'll have to check.
does a 15 hit?
That's not right, but I'll check.
Seems right to me.
Well,
Yeah, let me check.
as a free action.
Sorry?
Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
Okay.
As he comes up with his greatsword, like hand on one, and he, as it smashes an amber, like ricochets off the walls.
I will then slide it down to the ground using the momentum of the blade hitting the ground to bring it back up again with my extra attack.
Like it.
And this one misses even worse. Sorry, folks, not a good display of my prowess in this
Yeah,
fight.
as it hits
None
the
of us
ground,
are doing well.
it comes back up and he crashes it down, and the force of it kind of drives the sword down against the, again, sparks of amber energy
And I look at him and be like,
through the hallway.
formidable foe.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, may I use a bonus item?
Yeah.
I'm going to then try and twist a little bit of time with a bardic inspiration on him. And how this works is, I apologize. I'm going to, as a bonus action, use one of my bardic inspiration to attempt to call to action. It needs to make a charisma save.
Okay. Okay, it got a 15.
Okay, so he fails. I'm going to roll my bardic die and adjust him on the initiative track, up or down. If he is ahead of me in the initiative and I pull him down, he would get an extra turn. If I pull him above the initiative, that is his new initiative track and he loses his turn. But that is his permanent initiative from now on.
Okay.
So I could actually make him go first next round, but I'm trying to move him forward so that whoever's after me, Ezmerelda, and that
Yeah.
can get to go.
Yeah.
I don't know what his initiative is, but I move him up 8.
Up 8? So what does
I don't
that
know.
mean?
If you don't tell me what the number is.
But sorry, earlier or lower?
He's going, so what is his current initiative?
8.
So I
He's
add
next.
8, so 16.
So he'd be a 16.
Yes.
Yeah, so he'd go with you,
Yeah, so it failed. So it basically, he's going right after me now.
which he was after anyways.
Yeah.
He was anyways. Okay.
I was trying to get him to go above me.
Right.
So
right.
he loses his turn.
Right. So he seems a little discombobulated at first and like confused.
It's not working here like my home.
Yeah, and you watch as the magical energy that occurs. Time is different in this place.
Yeah, I'm noticing this.
And it affects sort of the way that things apparate.
Yikes.
As you do that, he looks at you, then he looks past you at Ezmerelda.
No.
Ezmerelda, I need you to give me a charisma save, please.
A charisma save.
She's out of
okay.
aura.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Why you gotta do this to me, Jay?
Sorry.
That
heard it.
is a nat 20.
Oh.
yeah.
Let's say
Okay. All of a sudden,
for
Ezmerelda,
24.
you start to see the space that you're in begin to phase slightly, and everything takes on almost like a translucent blue hue for a second, and then you snap back, no problem. And just exchanging a glance with him as he kind of stops, and you look, and you can see the eyes kind of like just flash red for a second, in anger for that effect obviously not working.
So in the beginning, I feel like what was in this dust that you like threw at me, Loholt. But then like when we made eye contact, I realized
Okay. Exactly.
what he was doing.
That was his bonus action. He is going to now.
Okay.
Now he's pinned your sword, and he's going to come up and try and slash you with that sword.
Me?
No, me.
Ooh, 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Right square to the chin, my friend.
Goes flying.
It's gonna hurt.
12 magical slashing,
Yes.
and this is too much to roll. Sorry.
What? No.
What we want to hear.
Too much to roll?
Yeah, like
Things you don't want your DM to say.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. I don't have enough dice.
Yeah.
Not this electric dice.
There we are. And then,
Wait a second.
So I take 12, right?
yeah, that's a lot.
It's fine.
28 necrotic,
Ah! It's fine.
and he attacks again.
Oh, great.
23,
Hits.
Another one.
another 14 points slashing,
Yeah.
That's just not good.
and not as bad this time. 15 necrotic.
Okay. I'm down.
Loholt goes down.
Wait, do we still have some of that aid on? That's gone by now, right?
I don't know.
8.
No, it's for 8 hours, so aid's still up.
Okay, well then I'm not down.
Okay.
That 5 extra hit points I had then brings me to I'm at.
And it would have been 10 temporary hit points from the aid.
Oh, then I'm at.
It was at a higher level.
And he is going to he uses that second swipe to roll around you and attack Dimitri.
Wait, 3 attacks? Dang.
Well, you don't want
21
to
to
kick me
hit.
down? I won't kick you out of the studio. You can take me down. No.
That's 11 points of magical slashing.
Way to go, stack trackers.
It's a serious creature.
It's really good.
This TPK sponsored
That
by.
was low. Yeah.
Slack track.
12 points of necrotic.
Well done.
Okay.
Well, we have all your killer monsters.
Aster, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna stand up.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action. I will roll a Tales from Beyond off the Bardic Inspiration.
Yes, love spirit bards.
And then, I'm going to use that one right away. So I will activate that Tale of the Avenger on myself. And behind Aster in kind of a like spectral stained glass is the image of an individual. Looks a little bit like Strahd, a little bit softer features, rounder face, dressed in full shining armor, carrying the sun sword. As I activate the Tale of the Avenger. So now when I take damage,
Where does this apparate? Sorry.
Behind her?
just behind me. Yeah.
Okay. Is this an actual like creature, or is it just?
No,
Okay.
it's just like the spectral effect.
Yep. Cool.
And for the next minute, anything that hits me with a melee attack takes force damage.
Magical buddy.
Anything that attacks you takes force damage.
I think I'm gonna back up.
How much?
Fair.
I like clear back. I can only go 15 feet because I stood up, so the full 15.
Okay. Perfect. All right. We're back at the top of the order, but we're going to go over here. Okay. Oh, snap. I would like you attacked.
So,
Yeah.
as I say, I think negotiations have failed. I'm going to summon a Shadow Hound
Okay.
immediately
Okay.
in front of him,
Okay.
right here. And I want to.
Actually, you know what? Instead of the Hellhound, I'm going to give you a spell effect one. Okay, go on.
And so, coalescing out of the shadows, a hound just bursts forth as I call to him through the darkness. And then I'm going to use a spell. Can I get a surprise round out of this?
Yeah, I would say yeah. You get one.
I'll look at Sterling and I'll say
Instead of go.
no, and I'll say close your eyes, and then I'm going to cast hypnotic pattern.
Okay.
Right in front of Escher. I create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside of a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment, then vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends for the affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. I'm not having my hound attack yet.
What's the DC?
The DC will be 17. He'll have disadvantage because of the hound's proximity.
Oof. That is only a 6. As you watch, kind of it illuminates the entire room with like this prismatic, beautiful kaleidoscope of lights, and you watch as his eyes begin to twinkle and he looks around. And you said it's a charm effect?
So it reads, each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration of up to a minute. Concentration.
All right.
And he's incapacitated and has a speed of 0. Okay. So he's charmed and incapacitated.
Yeah. He looks around, you can see it in his eyes, and he looks at you and goes, and uses his legendary resistance to
that's one.
to undo it. I'd like you guys to roll initiative.
Okay.
Legend. Wait for it.
Sterling,
Daring. That's 19.
Rome.
Ooh, that is 5 plus 4. That's 9.
Okay. Sterling, you're up.
All right, I close the distance.
Yeah.
And I'm going to swing twice. That's not going to do. That's a 11 to hit
It's not gonna hit.
and an 11 to hit.
That
Second one hits.
Still, I appreciate you being kind enough to join me in my camp of missing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
We'll do it together.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
It'll happen. And as a bonus action, I probably should have done this first. I'll go big Sterling.
Oh! I have big Sterling, but he fell and he broke. So
Now he's half Sterling.
So now he's not.
We'll
big
just
Sterling.
use one of these.
Oh no! Oh man, I have big. He's literally in this bag.
Oh.
Just put the bag.
Here, just like pour him out.
Oh yeah, he thought.
Sword is broken.
Some sort of like future.
Do you have any crazy glue gun?
Yeah. Currently.
We got gaff tape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sterling, what's come of
Give me
you?
the sword back, and you can basically just like use the base if you want, just
He's
to show.
falling apart.
And then for next episode, we will have it glued. Oh yeah, just put him like that. Just put him down like that.
Put him like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah!
He looks like he's tripping.
He's doing capoeira. It's,
Wait.
That's the look he's going to give when he realizes his sword is busted. It's like, oh no.
Okay. All right. So is that your turn?
that's my turn.
Okay. He watches as you do this, actually quite impressed. And he says, impressive, as he punches you in the chest.
Okay.
That is going to be a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
God.
Okay. You take no damage, but you are currently grappled. As he kind of like reaches out and he grabs your chest plate and holds you there and says, please stay for a while. Like that. And he attempts to bite you.
I hope he breaks his teeth.
The fact that this man can reach forward and grip metal is terrifying.
Yeah, I think we're all in a little trouble here.
That's only going to be a 17 to hit on the bite.
Okay, that's a miss. So,
Yes.
So I guess he breaks his teeth.
No, he doesn't. No, but he attempts to, and he tries to find it. And he like scrapes against the metal, and it's that sound of and he like smiles up at you.
This time I laugh.
Nice. I like that. Roll. It's your turn.
Okay. I will start with my hound. Oh, I need to roll initiative for the hound, actually. I'm sorry.
What's that?
The hound has a separate initiative. Get back there. The hound has, I have to use the direwolf stat block. The hound has a initiative of 5, so he'll go right after me then, I guess. So for Roan, I am going to do something here. I am going to use the spell that I stuck inside of my ring of spell storing, a level 5 spell, because I don't want to use the slot myself right now. And I am going to summon a Big B's hand.
Okay.
So coming up from the earth. But instead of a normal force one, it almost seems like it's made out of shadow.
Yeah, sure does.
Shadows.
Barovia.
And it's going to come up beside him.
Yeah. I've wanted to use this mini for a long time. Whiz kids. In Big B's hand, you can choose what kind of hand it is, right?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
When you cast a spell and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns, you can move the hand up to 60 feet and then cause one of the following effects with it.
Yep.
And I can use Clenched Fist, Forceful Hand, Grasping Hand, or Interposing Hand for a variety of effects.
Yep.
For this purpose,
Just a giant handshake? Just like a...
it interposes between. So I'd say it's probably like a stop.
I see. Okay, fair.
Speak to the hand.
Grasping grabs.
Here's your interposing hand.
So I want to force. I want a clenched fist.
Oh.
Thank you. I'll keep all the hands.
You might as well have all of them, actually, because you're probably the only one that can.
You gotta hand it to him.
Adam, right?
There he is. There you go. It's a proper...
So it says when I cast a spell, I can choose end on bonus action of subsequent turns. So, clenched fist. The hand strikes one creature or object within 5 feet of it. Make a melee spell attack for the hand using your game statistics. On a hit, the target takes 4d8 force damage. Right in there.
4d8.
And I am going to roll my spell attack. Yeah. Which is pretty good. That's not that good. That's a 13.
That is not.
Very low roll.
Oh, roll.
And I suppose I will use my bonus action. I used the action to summon it, and I used the spell attack. I'll use my bonus action to use another 3 sorcery points to bring out another hound.
Okay. Now I don't have another hound.
Well,
No, I do.
He has a second. You
can use that.
have the ghost one.
so pulling up beside him, another hound, and I'll roll initiative for that hound as well.
Okay.
And that hound.
Here, use this
ends up-
hound instead, then give me back the ghostly hound.
Okay, ends up with a 10.
Okay.
So I guess he'll come on the next turn.
Yes,
order.
thank you.
You need to keep the dice.
Cool. Okay. All right. So, sorry, what was that? That second one was the initiative?
10?
10 was the second hound's initiative.
Okay.
So he'll start before me or the other hound.
Yep, got it. Okay, that was your turn.
Yeah. My sorcery points.
I think your hound goes now.
Yes, the second one, or the first one. Because the second one it won't go until before you next time.
Okay.
But before the hound goes, he is going to use a legendary action.
Splitting the party is good, right? In D&D?
Oh yeah, that works.
So many.
He's actually going to unarmed strike the puppy on the left.
No.
The one that it's about to go?
The puppy on the left.
I don't know which one was the first one.
That's on his left. That would be the one that was just resummoned.
That's only a 11. Does that hit the puppy?
Well, he used it. Let me just double check on the stats he used. So it would not hit him.
Okay. All right. So let's say the puppy was still coming into existence as he punches through it. Okay. It is your hound's turn, and then it's back to Sterling.
Okay. Okay, so the hound is going to attack, and it will attack with a bite. It will miss. It'll snap at air.
Okay.
And that will end its turn.
Okay. He is going to attempt to bite Sterling again.
A whole lot of biting going on.
Actions.com.
That is only
This is
a
too kinky for my
13.
taste.
That's not a hit.
Okay. As he's like, let me in.
I'll laugh harder.
Sterling.
Yeah. So he's got me grappled, but I can still attack him, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
Or you can try to escape it, but
No. I like a nice warm hug.
nice.
So I'm gonna do a couple of stabs at him.
Another is that.
That's 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. And that's 10 plus 1d6
Stabby for the grabby.
because I'm big. So that's 13 points of magical slashing damage.
Got it.
Okay. And then for my next attack, that's another 24 with 9 plus 5. That's 14 points of magical.
28.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nice. How many points was that?
I think it's 28 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I'll make him think.
All right.
Yeah, that's what he gets for giving me hugs without consent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That is your turn?
Yes.
Okay. We are back to him. As you slash twice, no blood. And he looks up to you and goes, that was rude. As they begin to close up. Not completely, but begin to close up almost completely.
I'm not impressed.
All right. Then he is going to attempt to bite you again.
Okay.
It's hungry.
Yeah. We're very hungry.
Natural 20.
Ooh, for a total of
29.
yeah. That's okay.
You're gonna take. He finally finds, and you hear him go. There you go. As he digs his fangs between your joint, like in your joints. That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 15 points of necrotic damage. And your hit point maximum is reduced by that amount.
By 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
I yell out to the rest of our party, I wonder how Sterling and Ron are doing right now.
I'm coughing. Hopefully better than me.
Oh, sorry. What am I saying? That was a nat 20. That should have been way more. That was also add 6 more piercing.
Okay.
And 17 more necrotic off your max.
So that's 27 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Shelflife. And I take that necrotic damage too?
Yeah, so the necrotic comes down by whatever I said, 15 plus. What was the second amount I just said? 16, didn't I? 12. 12. Let's say 12. 27. So yeah, so it comes down, your hit point maximum comes down by 27.
Okay, but I take that necrotic damage.
Yeah, that damage comes down and then your hip, and then your hit is reduced by that amount.
Okay. That's great. I don't see a negative option.
What?
I mean,
All right. And he's also, with his second attack, is going to try and smack that puppy on the left. Okay. Natural 20.
oh,
Okay, these dice forged.
We need to stop
These
using
dice
them.
forged. And that's a 6. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of piercing damage. Sorry, sorry, that was the wrong dice. I am not going to roll that one. I'm going to roll this one instead. That is only 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so the dog's still fine.
Okay. All right.
Actually, let me open up a note so I can keep track of it.
It is now your other hound's turn.
So he is also going to attempt to bite. And we'll get a 22.
That's a hit.
Yeah, okay.
This was on medicine.
And he will take
Yeah.
10 piercing damage.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sinking into some cold flesh.
Just a regular piercing?
Yeah, regular piercing, but quick question on that.
Yeah.
It says it uses the direwolf stat block, and the bite has a secondary action of if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. So I guess if we're using the direwolf stat block, that would be part of it. So he needs to succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw.
He failed.
Ooh, so he's knocked prone.
He's not wrong, actually.
He's going to use a secondary, second legendary resistance on that.
Okay.
So that he can still remain. 'Cause I don't know if you can grapple while prone. I guess he can, but I'm going to use it anyways.
It's one of those edge cases.
Yeah.
Oh, you definitely can grapple while prone.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, yeah. If you watch UFC at all, or know any jits. Okay. All right. He is going to use a legendary action at the end of that hound's turn. And he's actually going to kind of come back, and his face is full of your oily sort of like substance. As he came back, he says, "You do bleed," and he comes back to bite you again, and that is where we're going to end the episode for this evening.
No.